Commonwealth is a traditional English term for a political community founded for the common good. Historically, it has sometimes been synonymous with republicanism. More recently it has been used for fraternal associations of some sovereign nations. Most notably, the Commonwealth of Nations, an association primarily of former members of the British Empire, is often referred to as simply the Commonwealth. The English noun commonwealth in the sense meaning public welfare, general good or advantage dates from the 15th century. The original phrase the Commonwealth, or the commonweal comes from the old meaning of wealth, which is well-being, and is itself a loose translation of the Latin res publica. The term literally meant common well-being. In the 17th century the definition of commonwealth expanded from its original sense of public welfare, or commonweal to mean a state in which the supreme power is vested in the people. A republic or democratic state. Iceland, the Icelandic Commonwealth or the Icelandic Free State was the state existing in Iceland between the establishment of the Althing in 930 and the pledge of fealty to the Norwegian king in 1262. It was initially established by a public consisting largely of recent immigrants from Norway who had fled the unification of that country under King Harald Fairhair. Polish-Euro-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Republic is still an alternative translation of the traditional name of the Polish-Euro-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Wincenti Kadajub used for the first time the original Latin term res publica in the context of Poland in his Chronicles of the Kings and Princes of Poland. The name was used officially for the confederal country formed by Poland and Lithuania 1569–1795. It is also often referred as Nobles' Commonwealth. In contemporary political doctrine of Polish-Euro-Lithuanian Commonwealth, our state is a republic under presidency of the king. The Commonwealth introduced a doctrine of religious tolerance called Warsaw Confederation, had its own parliament scheme although elections were restricted to the nobility and elected kings, who were bound to certain contracts pacta conventa from the beginning of the reign. A Commonwealth of Good Counsel was the title of the 1607 English translation of the work of Wozniak Zamiagowicki Dioptimo Senator that presented to English readers many of the ideas present in the political system of the Polish-Euro-Lithuanian Commonwealth. England. The Commonwealth of England was the official name of the political unit that replaced the Kingdom of England from 1649–53 and 1659–60. Under the rule of Oliver Cromwell and his son and successor Richard. From 1653 to 1659, although still legally known as a Commonwealth, the Republic, united with the former Kingdom of Scotland, operated under different institutions and is known by historians as the Protectorate. The Commonwealth of England formed the first republic in the English-speaking world. In an English context, it is sometimes referred to as the Old Commonwealth. National. Australia. The term also served when 6 Australian colonies federated to form the Commonwealth of Australia in 1901. The Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act created a federal system, in which power is divided between the federal, or national, government and the states the evolved status of the colonies. The Constitution stipulated that Australia was a constitutional monarchy, where the head of state is the British monarch, who is represented at the federal level by a Governor-General, and at the state level by 6 governors, 1 for each state. The Parliament of Australia was derived from the British and American systems to form a uniquely Australian system. It is largely based on the British Westminster system, adopting many of its practices and precedents, but with a similar structure House of Representatives, and Senate to the U.S. Congress. In an Australian context, the term Commonwealth thus refers to the federal government and Commonwealth of Australia as the official name of the country. Dominica. The small Caribbean Republic of Dominica has used the official style Commonwealth of Dominica since 1970. The Bahamas. The Bahamas uses the official style Commonwealth of the Bahamas. United States, U.S. states. 4 states in the United States officially designate themselves as Commonwealths. All 4 were original colonies and share a strong influence of colonial common law in some of their laws and institutions. The 4 are: Kentucky is designated a Commonwealth by the Kentucky Constitution and is known constitutionally as the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Massachusetts is a Commonwealth, declaring itself as such in its constitution, which states that the body politic is formed by a voluntary association of individuals. It is a social compact, by which the whole people covenants with each citizen, and each citizen with the whole people, that all shall be governed by certain laws for the common good. Pennsylvania uses the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania constitutionally and in its official title. Virginia has been known as the Commonwealth of Virginia since before joining the United States, and is referred to as a Commonwealth in its constitution. U.S. Insular Areas. Commonwealth is also used in the U.S. to describe the political relationship between the United States and the overseas unincorporated territories. Commonwealth of the Philippines formed in 1934, and became independent in 1946, upon which Commonwealth was replaced by Republic. Commonwealth of Puerto Rico became a Commonwealth in 1952. Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands became a Commonwealth in 1978. United Kingdom, Commonwealth of Britain Bill. Labour MP Tony Benn sponsored a Commonwealth of Britain Bill several times between 1991 and 2001, intended to abolish the monarchy and establish a British Republic. It never reached second reading. International, Commonwealth of Nations. The Commonwealth of Nations formerly the British Commonwealth is a voluntary association of 53 independent sovereign states, most of which were once part of the British Empire. The Commonwealth's membership includes both republics and monarchies. The head of the Commonwealth of Nations is Queen Elizabeth II, who reigns as monarch directly in 16 member states known as Commonwealth realms. Commonwealth of Independent States. The Commonwealth of Independent States is a loose alliance or confederation consisting of 10 of the 15 former Soviet republics, the exceptions being Turkmenistan, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia and Georgia. Georgia left the CIS in August 2008 after a clash with Russia over South Ossetia. Its creation signaled the dissolution of the Soviet Union, its purpose being to allow a civilized divorce between the Soviet republics. The CIS is developed as a forum by which the member states can cooperate in economics, defense and foreign policy. See also, Common Good, Cooperative Commonwealth, League, Confederation, Federation. References. External links, Commonwealth of Nations, the Commonwealth UK Government site, Commonwealth of Nations Secretariat, Commonwealth Foundation, Royal Commonwealth Society. Commonwealth of Independent States, CIS Executive Committee, CIS Statistical Committee. Countries, Commonwealth of Australia. United States of America, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Commonwealth of Virginia, Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, Commonwealth of Diverse Cultures, Poland's heritage.